Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Dwight Dunnigan, COO of Epinol Incorporated. Oftentimes, I've got some good news to post with some of our video content, and today, I can't say it's good news, but it's an interesting and kind of somber story. So if you're having a great day, go to another video. But if you want to kind of understand what the other side of our world is, I can give you a little bit of that picture today. I was at a meeting today with a handful of doctors here in California, colleagues of mine, some of them close friends, just making some introductions to the hospital systems out here on what our progress is and, talking about potential field trials. And I was meeting with a guy that's a cardiologist. I've known him for a few years. And he basically said this to me. I'll give you a synopsis of the story. I simply explained to him, how much closer we are to field trial. And he kind of stopped the conversation and told everybody that, he's going to tell kind of a sad story. But he was doing a rotation through a part of the hospital. I can't really give you too many of the details here because I don't know all the details. But somehow, as a cardiologist, he was doing a rotation through another unit. And, a patient came in complaining of shortness of breath, 22-year-old female, kept saying she didn't take anything. She was with her parents. Had been picked up from a party at her boyfriend's house. It was in the middle of the afternoon on a weekday. All right. And so the nurses checked her out, kind of got the doctor to see her. They asked him to come over and consult because maybe it was somehow heart related. They did some lab work. She was talking. She was having a full conversation with everybody that talked to her. Everything out of the girl's mouth was, I haven't taken anything, no drugs. I don't use drugs. I was just hanging out at my boyfriend's house with some friends. Okay, fast forward the story, and it's really just part of our world, part of what it's like working in medicine. Within a few minutes of him seeing her and talking to a very lucid and open patient about her life, all of a sudden the nurses called a code and brought in carts and personnel and started working on her and doing CPR. Her heart had stopped. Nobody knew why. My friend, my colleague goes over there, starts checking her out. Obviously, the parents are removed from it. You guys have seen probably some medical shows. You know how this goes. But he basically explained to us that within the next 3 minutes, she lost her life. After a lot of review of what was in her system, she had numerous stimulants in her blood, probably over the course of a couple of days of use, and had a pretty significant amount of stimulant in her system that day. How she was presenting was trying to be extra calm with her family in the room at the hospital, but she was not in a good spot. Her heart did not react well to it. Apparently, she had an underlying heart condition she never knew about from her childhood. Her parents never thought to make a big deal of it because they didn't think she was going to be recreationally using drugs. This stuff happens all the time. The key factor here of why we would talk about this on one of our videos, one, this is just tragic loss of life. It's an unnecessary loss of life, and it's very sad. The second reason is she was talking to everybody. And yes, her heart rate was elevated. She explained it that she was nervous. She didn't know why she was having shortness of breath. Yes, her oxygen was odd, right? Her oxygen absorption. These symptoms from somebody that young, that's swearing they're not under the influence, they generally have to wait for a urine test or a blood test. And they started that process at the hospital. If Narcolyzer was in place, she could have breathed into the machine, saw that she was on a derivative of some kind of amphetamines, and gotten immediate help. This is why any doctor group I talk to, any hospital group we talk to, they want this now. We could not possibly get to field trials faster. That's the way we feel at Epinol. If you have had an experience similar to this, my heart goes out to you. If you know someone that's gone through something like this, I am truly sorry for that. And if you are interested in making a change, if you're interested in maybe saving lives in this capacity, check out our website. We're asking people to invest now and get to be part of this process. We'd love to work with you.